Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Wednesday night. Back again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and in all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, but most importantly, tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you know when I do my videos, so you get notified when my videos go up, when I go live, so you can come in the chat and chat along with me and then have a good old time. So tap the bell, subscribe, like the video, share the video all over the internet, and friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Do it now. And that's all I got to say about that. 26, 2020. If you're watching from somewhere else, it is now August the 27th, 2020. It is time for your late night NXT review for August the 26th, 2020. Well, not at the Thunderdome yet. Still at the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. And yes, we're still in the Performance. Well, NXT is still in the Performance Center because these were taped in advance. You know, NXT TakeOver was taped weeks ago, and the Aftermath was taped, I think, the day after. And then I think next week's show is going to be a live show from the Thunderdome, hopefully, and it's going to be a big show. Not that big show, but a big show. An historic show. I'll get to that in a minute. But we'll see what happens with that. So this week on NXT from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, was a pretty good show. As it was unopposed once again, as AEW on tomorrow night on TNT. No basketball games tomorrow. So, and then goes back to it'll actually next week. I'll get to that in a minute. I'll talk about next week when I get to next week, because it's going to be an interesting week next week. And that's that. So, like I said, NXT was a pretty good show. The aftermath of TakeOver, where we saw Killer Kross, or Karrion Kross, win the NXT World Title from Keith Lee, who is now getting buried on Monday Night Raw with his horrible new theme song and his horrible new look. His gear looks like shit. I don't know why Keith Lee would even go with that. It's horrible. Another guy from NXT goes career is over. His career is over. Even though he's having a rematch with Randy Orton and his Bloodless Boys on Sunday at Payback. So he's going to get his win back, obviously, but they're going to make Randy look strong. And then he will face Drew McIntyre at, well, I thought it was going to be Hell in a Cell, but Hell in a Cell is not in October. It is November the 1st. As I looked at the new, well, the rest of the pay-per-views for this year, and the next pay-per-view for the Raw and SmackDown brand is the Clash of the Champions at the end of September. I believe it's September. Let's see if I can get my calendar up. I think it's the 22nd or not the 22nd. Trying to figure out when it is. I think it's the week before. Let me check. I believe it is September the 27th. And then after that, the week after, we got another pay-per-view, and that's NXT TakeOver And then just about 3 weeks after that is Hell in a Cell. And then just about 2 weeks after that is another takeover, War Games. And then that same weekend, Survivor Series is Survivor Series weekend. Survivor Series is going to be right there. And then after that, December the 20th is going to be TLC. Right before my birthday. 4 days before my birthday, it's going to be TLC. That's nice. And then sprinkled in between, you got Bound for Glory. I think which is the week after NXT TakeOver. So that's pretty nice. So lots of good stuff coming your way in the next coming weeks. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, this week is a long week. I mean, I got a video tomorrow. I got a video Friday. I got a video Saturday. Maybe one on Sunday for Payback, but I'm working really late. I just got my new schedule. I'm working really late. I'm gonna catch part of it. Part of Payback. I'm not like the first, maybe like the middle of it, because I'm gonna miss like the first hour of it. So I'll catch like the first, I miss probably like maybe 2, maybe 3 matches. I'll probably catch one in between, and then maybe I'll catch the beginning of the next match, and then that'll be it. And then I won't be able to watch anything until I get home, and I won't be home till like fucking 12:15, 12:30, and I have to watch the entire pay-per-view over again. So Payback review will probably come this coming Monday afternoon before, because I gotta go to work late. I gotta go to work again on Monday, but it's like late in the day, so I was like about 6 o'clock. I gotta be in. But so I'm gonna miss Monday Night Raw. But I'm gonna watch Monday Night Raw when I get home. I'll probably be home by 11:30. Yeah, I would say before 12 o'clock. Then I'll rewatch the entire Monday Night Raw, and then Tuesday, got 2 videos coming your way this Tuesday. Two videos coming your way on Tuesday. One of those 2 videos, you might say? Well, one is a secret. So Tuesday is going to be a long day. And then right after that, next day is AEW. Lots of videos coming your way. So you really, I mean, I am pleading with you to hit that bell. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button on all my channels, and hit the bell on all my channels. So if you don't hit that bell, you're going to miss out on a lot of videos this week. I mean, a lot. I mean, starting tonight, then got tomorrow night with AEW, Friday night SmackDown, Saturday night after I get home from work. So I won't be home till close to about 11 o'clock. So late Saturday night, I'm going to give you my Payback predictions on episode 176 of the Gilmore Chronicles Reborn series. I'm going to take Sunday off because I'm working very late. I won't be home till like 12:30 at night because I got to work till 11. I got to work from 4:30 to 11:45. But I got a break in between, so I'm going to catch a little bit of Payback, a little bit in the break room at my job. A little bit of it, not too much of it though. But I'll probably, in between, I'll probably get notifications from people like, oh, this guy, this guy won. Keith Lee beat Randy Orton. No. And Payback, the car shit. Just saying. And we don't know in all the matches. We only know like maybe 2 matches. The women's tag team match between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax taking on Sasha and Bayley for the women's tag team titles. Those are going to be those titles are going bye-bye from Sasha and Bayley, and then Sasha and Bayley are going to fight at Clash of Champions for the SmackDown women's title, and bye-bye Bayley's title reign. So You got that. And the other match that was announced was Keith Lee and Randy Orton in a rematch from Raw, which the fucked up debut of Keith Lee. Now the debut, the the official main roster pay-per-view debut of Keith Lee. So we're gonna see Keith Lee and Randy Orton, and that's that. Other than that, we're gonna have to find out the Friday night with the rest of the card, well, the SmackDown side of Payback. And Payback's gonna suck. I don't even think anybody's gonna watch it. I still don't understand why they're having a pay-per-view after a pay-per-view. I really don't think Payback should even happen. They're just throwing Payback in. They're like, oh, we forgot about Payback this year. Oh, we're gonna have Payback. It's going to suck, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to suck. No Drew because of his injury, his career-threatening injury. So no Drew. We got 3 matches. I forgot. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Bray Wyatt. Triple threat, no holds barred match for the Universal title. Guess who wins that one? You know. The guy with the new teeth. The guy that might be the leader of Retribution. And no, it's not The Miz. I think you know who I'm talking about. Believe that. Huh. There's your spoiler. Just saying. And anybody notice that they revealed the people that's going to be in Retribution? They unmasked, not on TV, which I thought was kind of dumb. But it's Dominic Dijakovic, Chelsea Green, Vanessa Bourne, what's her name? I think it was Kaden Carter. I think it's Kaden Carter. What's his name? The guy that was on the black guy that was on Raw, that was doing commentary, not Byron Saxton. What's his name? Derek. What's his name? Derek, or I can't think of his name. I can't. The name escapes me, but he's in it. He's in Retribution. I think his name is what's his name? Derek Miles, Darius Miles, not Darius Miles. I'm thinking of somebody else, but I think his name is Darius. I forget it was. Oh, what's his name? I can't think. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'll look at it. I'll look at the. I don't want to look at it right now, but I don't have my phone's charging. I can't look at it on my phone. Derek Madden, or Dion Madden, I think his name is. Dion Madden, I think it is. That's the big black guy that was standing next to Dijakovic. And then right next to Dio Madden was Chelsea Green. And on the other side was Vanessa Bourne and Kaden Carter. So that's Retribution. And who's the leader? Oh, who's the leader? Not CM Punk, for you stupid fucks out there. You know who I'm talking about. May or may not be The Miz. They were thinking about The Miz maybe being part of Retribution and be the leader. But now it's the so-called big dog. Because now Roman is supposedly a heel now. Supposedly. Ain't that some shit? Believe that. And we got a contract signing on SmackDown. I wonder how that's going to go. You know how contract signings go. But you know that already. You knew that already. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So Retribution unmasked, but it would have been better if we found out on TV. Would have been better if we found out on TV. That's that. All right. So let's get to NXT. Let's not waste any time, but we got a chat. So let's get to that before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. And what you really came to see, which is not me half naked and half, and me babbling for 15 minutes. All right, so we got my good buddy from Mexico, the Mexican sensation, Jair Alejandro Ponce Claza. How you doing, Jair? Did you watch the Republican National Convention? I did. And boy, I watched some of it. I watched the end of it. I watched the end of the Republican National Convention, night 3. I think it's night 3. Because Trump was on night 1, and he had some speech. I didn't see night 2 because I didn't feel like watching it. I was watching most of night 3, and then tomorrow we got night 4 of the Republican National Convention, where Mr. Trump will accept the nomination, the Republican nomination to be, president of the United States again. And then right after that, we're getting ready for the debates. The presidential debate, the vice presidential debate. And then right after that is election day. So you boys and girls better go out and vote. Just saying, because your vote matters this year. Really, it really matters this year. Next year, not so much. But this year really matters. Vote for Biden, vote for Trump. I'm voting for Trump, you know that. Because we got to make America great again. Again. We gotta Trump shut Sleepy Joe Biden up, and Mike Pence is gonna fucking slam the door shut on that fucking slut Kamala Harris. That fucking racist slut, I should say. Pence is gonna wipe the floor with her. He's going to wipe the floor with her, and Trump is gonna bury Sleepy Joe. He's going to bury him. Telling you right now, Trump, I could almost guarantee Trump is getting reelected. If not, you can kiss this country goodbye. Everybody's gonna be leaving this fucking country if Biden wins, because he's gonna turn into a socialist country. The United States is gonna become a socialist country. It's gonna be horrible. Biden wants to tax abortion. People would get abortions, which I think is so stupid. Tax them all the way up until they conceive they had to conceive birth. Fucking stupid. Then he wants to get rid of fossil fuels and that shit. He wants to do this and that, and it's just fucking stupid. His ideas are so fucking stupid. Because he's basically trying to do what Obama did in years ago. He wants to do the same, almost what Obama. He wants to do Obama's dirty work. What Trump fixed these past 4 years. But I digress. I don't want to talk about politics all night. I'll do that election night when Trump wins. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, so we got Jair in the chat. So excuse me. So thank you, Jair, for coming in as always. I don't know what, what this means. I was regular this NXT, but it is appreciated that they are fighting. I guess they are fighting. For a moment, I thought that WWE would join the other sports that decided to postpone their matches due to what happened yesterday with what's his name, Jason Blake. I think his name is Jason or John Blake. No, it's Jason. The guy that got shot in the back by those crooked cops in Kenosha, Wisconsin, home of Laverne Shirley, by the way, and the beer company. If you never watched Laverne and Shirley, you get that reference, because that's where Laverne and Shirley was based out of, Kenosha, Wisconsin. I love that show. Fucking loved Laverne and Shirley. Right after Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and they had like Squiggy and his friend on Happy Days. They would go, some of the people from Happy Days would be on Laverne and Shirley. That was before, all these, the term crossover happened. Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, I believe, are the first shows that had a crossover. I believe. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, but, all the sporting events, most of the sporting events, not all of them, Jair. Most of them, I think. Basketball went on. I think they had some games tonight. I don't even know what sports got postponed. I know baseball was on tonight. The Mets won. The Mets won, yay! They kind of blew it in the 8th inning again. So another no decision from DeGrom. At least he gets run support. Then the fucking bullpen blows it again. That guy, freaking Jacob DeGrom is like the unluckiest man in New York City the past 5 years. If I was him, I won't fucking want to leave. Can't get any. I get little to no run support. And every time I think I'm gonna get a win, the bullpen fucks it up because the bullpen fucking sucks on the Mets. The Mets bullpen is fucking horrible. That's why they're like, what are they? They're 13-16 right now. Oh, they got a game tomorrow, and then five game against the Yankees. Doubleheader on Friday, and a doubleheader on Sunday. That should be fun. Can you say 0-5 for the Mets? Mm-hmm. The Yankees are going to destroy them. Sad to be a Met fan. Just fucking sad. But yeah, I don't really know what sports got postponed. They should have. I think every sport should have postponed today. To be honest with you, I think every sport except for wrestling, because Vince ain't gonna do that shit. Vince ain't gonna postpone his show for anything. Not even a natural disaster. And my thoughts and prayers go out to all the people in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi, because you're getting destroyed by Hurricane Laura tonight. Probably right now. Like Lake Charles, Louisiana, you're getting destroyed by 175-mile-an-hour winds. Cat 4. Almost a Cat 5. Good thing it's not in freaking New Orleans. I mean, they dealt with Katrina. I mean, fuck that, man. But, back down the hatches in western Louisiana and Arkansas and Mississippi over the next couple of days, because you're going to get destroyed. Tonight, tomorrow, I mean, it's going to make land. About to make landfall. And once it starts going like this, It's going to be a Cat 2. Usually when hurricanes hit land, they lose all their steam and all their power and their size and structure. Not this one. It's going to be a Cat 2 by the time it hits like Arkansas or Mississippi. And by the time it gets over here, it's going to be nothing. Thank God. All we're going to get is probably just a little bit of rain. And maybe some thunder, which this weekend. Supposed to rain here in the Northeast early, like in a few hours tonight, over a little into the morning, and then the rest of the day is gonna be fucking hot. It was 82 today. It's gonna be 92 tomorrow. 90 on Friday, and it starts cooling down. Because Saturday is gonna be a mess. Not from this fucking hurricane, but just another freaking system coming in. Yeah. So my thoughts and prayers are with the Gulf Coast right now, because you're getting destroyed. And you thought Superstorm Sandy over here was fucked up. Thank the Lord that the Northeast has never. I could be wrong on this one. That the Northeast, like New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, has never got a Cat 4. Even though Superstorm Sandy was kind of like that. I think it was really windy. I don't know what the sustained winds was. I think it was like 100 miles an hour, so it felt like a hurricane, but like stronger hurricane, like a typhoon. Not a typhoon, but I mean, we thought it was just gonna be some fucking hurricane, and it just turned into this big, giant fucking storm that destroyed the Northeast. New York City, Long Island got destroyed. I think some of Connecticut, like most upstate, like keep going, like Massachusetts. Wet, weird, wacky fucking weather. And how fitting it is that we get a Cat 4. And we're not done with hurricane season yet. Still got 2 months to go. September, October, and a little bit, and think it ends like end of October, early November. Yeah, you get hurricanes in November. You could. I remember when Superstorm Sandy hit. Like a few days after that, we got snow. A lot of snow. Not a lot, but I mean, it snowed like right in the beginning of November. In November, we got snow. That was in 2012. And we were without power for weeks here in the Northeast. And a lot of people lost a lot of possessions and stuff. A lot of houses were damaged, especially around my area. I freaking had to get saved from my house. But my house, I looked like it was about to go underwater. I can't swim. Rosa can swim, but I can't swim. The water was starting to come in, so we were getting really nervous. We had to go to the attic, and then we were up in the attic for like a half hour, and then we came back down. We came downstairs. The water was starting to recede. And then, we heard the fire people come out, and then we got, we basically had to be picked up. I had to be picked up out of my house because the water was right near my door. I had to be carried out of my house. Rosa had to be carried out of the house. We were put in a boat. not that kind of boat, like a stupid little rinky dink boat. And we got pulled to where the water, where the water receded. And then we had to stay in a shelter for like a night. Well, I think a night, because like after that, we came back to the house and we had to assess the damage. That's it. Yes. But yeah, it's kind of weird that, going back to the original point that Jair made, kind of surprising that not that many not that many sports postponed anything because of what happened to Jason Blake. Sad to what happened to him. And this is why there's protests and violence in Wisconsin right now. Can it get any worse, ladies and gentlemen? Can this year just fucking end? And I started off pretty good. I thought we're gonna be, 2020 with a new year, new decade. And what happens? We started finding about COVID, this fucking virus, and then it just blew up in March, and then early April. And then states had to shut down. And then they reopened, and then it just blew up again. And it's still going on because people don't know how to fucking do the right thing and wear a fucking mask and practice social distancing. But these fucking idiots have to do concerts, and especially the Sturgis concert in South Dakota with 10,000 people were there, and that's why there's everywhere people coming from out of state. And they came back and giving them COVID and shit. And it only is going to get worse this year. The rest of this year is going to be a real pain in the fucking ass because we might get a third wave. We're getting ready to get into the second wave. That's all I got to say about that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right. About the Jason Blake, we mentioned that. All right. Let's get to that. Payback's going to be a waste of time. We already know that. They will give the title to Roman Reigns to be the face of SmackDown. Most likely. Why do you think they brought him back? Why do you think they brought him back? To get COVID? No. I don't even know why he's back, to be honest with you. Why? Why? When there's a big fucking pandemic going on, and freaking Roman Reigns is, he could get COVID and fucking be on a ventilator because he has leukemia. He has, illnesses that that can fuck him up. I was kind of surprised to see, that he came back. He was, he has new merch, and usually when people have new merch, that means somebody's coming back. So Roman's back. Obviously, they're gonna bury Bray Wyatt again. I mean, the first time didn't work. Fucking idiots. Gonna make Bray a 5-day champion. Maybe 6 days, but they're just transitioning to him for him. Personally, I hope Bray Wyatt wins, and then at Clash of Champions, you have the match that should have happened at WrestleMania: Bray Wyatt versus Roman, and then Roman gets the belt, and then Roman goes on this monster run with the belt. That I don't know who's gonna beat him. But yeah, Payback's gonna suck. I mentioned that before. And I'm probably gonna give the belt to Roman, but I'm hoping Bray Wyatt wins, but we'll see. I would have liked Wade Barrett to return to NXT, but to fight, not be an analyst or analyst. But from that to nothing. I was kind of shocked that bad news, Wade Barrett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you here. So, I was surprised that, it's really the NWA is basically gone now. Sorry, because everybody's basically left, the NWA. Thunder Rosa is going to AEW. He's having that match with Hikaru Shida All Out for the women's title. Eddie Kingston's in AEW now. He got signed to AEW. He's in this little thing with the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers. I don't know if it's gonna be a big faction or some shit like that. I don't know if anybody else from the NWA is gonna be joining AEW. Maybe Question Mark Man will join. I don't know. Maybe Damien Sandow will join. Or Aaron Stevens, whatever you want to call him. No, they had the Rock and Roll Express there. They were in the NWA. They were champions back then. I don't know if they were still champions or they were tag team champions. Or they lost them, I think, before, NWA, before this fucking virus came about. Marty was partly in the NWA. Marty Scurll, for you dumb people at home. Nick Aldis was the champion. Colt Cabana, who was in NWA, came over to AEW. I don't know what's happening with James Storm and with some of the tag teams. They're like, I don't know what's happening with Homicide. Was Homicide and Eddie Kingston were a tag team, so I don't know if Homicide's going to come to AEW or not. Probably not, but you never know. Ricky Starks came from NWA. That's why he's in a thing now with Taz and Brian Cage. And now, Wade Barrett, who took over for Jim Cornette on commentary, I thought it was going to go to NXT UK, but then that would have been a problem because, you can't have whoever the lead announcer is and then have Wade Barrett, Stu Bennett, whatever you want to call him, and then Nigel. That would have kind of been a weird three-person play-by-play team. But now he's in NXT. He's doing commentary with Vic Joseph, of all people. Where the fuck is Morrow? I understand this fucking virus, but really, can we just have Morrow, please? I'm not a big fan of Vic Joseph. I really don't like him. Let him do 205 Live. He's boring. And what's even worse, you got Beth fucking Phoenix on commentary. So now having Stu Bennett makes it a little bit better. Not much better. But Wade Barrett on commentary is pretty damn cool. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, we got a lot of comments, so let's get to it. We got to get to NXT in a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let me see if I can get this. And what a coincidence that it was on August the 26th, the year before Kaepernick said that there is racism. And look today, Huku was damn right. Yep. Colin Kaepernick was right all those years ago. There's so much racism in America. So much hate. Cops shooting, freaking white cops shooting black people. Typically, right there is racist enough. That's why you're getting all these Black Lives Matter protests in different parts of the country, and some of it in Europe and Asia and shit like that. That's why there's so much fucking racism, so much violence going on today. So fucking idiots, man. Racism will never end. We thought it ended in the 60s with the civil rights movement. Nope. Nope. So the whole thing with Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that I Have a Dream speech, because, have equal rights for the blacks and everything. What a waste of time that was. That's all I gotta say about that. But Colin Kaepernick was right when he made that now you see all these people kneeling for the national anthem. I mean, freaking Dom Smith of the Mets was kneeling today, and he got a lot of fucking heat on Twitter. Holy shit! All these fucking wannabe Met fans bashing him for kneeling during the national anthem. Fuck you guys. So-called Met fans. Get the fuck out of here. Let him do what he has to do. But I digress. And we move on. But Colin Kaepernick was right. And that's all I can say about that. I like the return of Ciampa acting like a real rude, real rude. I don't know that. Sometimes I don't understand what you're writing there, Jair. I like the return of Ciampa acting like a real rude, although I copy a movement that Randy Orton does. I don't know what the hell you talking about, dude. But yeah, Ciampa's back and beat the living crap out of some jabroni. And that was that. That's that. All right, final comment before we get back. We finally get to the NXT review and a Fatal Four corner game with an Iron Man match of 60 between Ciampa, Gargano, Adam Cole, baby, and Finn Balor is going to be pure dynamite. Yes, it is. It's going to be a fucking epic match coming up next week. I don't know who to pick. I really don't know. I don't know who to pick. At this point, they might give it to Finn Balor. Because really, Balor's going nowhere in NXT. Why did you bring him back to NXT? Excuse me. They have meaningless fucking feuds. With Gargano was Then his semi thing with the Velveteen Dream. Ciampa, being in it, I don't think he's gonna win it. I really don't think he's gonna become a two-time champ. Most of these people are gonna be most of this match. But we'll see what happens with that. I think it's gonna. I as much as I want it to be, who. I'm thinking it may give it to Finn Balor. I'm thinking, but it might go to Johnny Gargano. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'll talk about what happened with that and what's coming up next week in a little bit. Let's officially start the without talking about it. So we start off the show with the new NXT World Heavyweight Champion Killer Kross, who comes out with his hot as fuck girlfriend, manager, whatever you want to call it, Scarlet Boo. do. Looking hot as always, doing her thing. Fall and fall and pray. And Killer Kross is seen in a suit and tie, where his arm is in a sling, his separated shoulder. Scully gives him the mic, and Killer Kross says, "I told you again and again that I would become NXT champion, and I warned you that on the way there, everyone was up her." He said he kept his word at NXT Takeover 30, where he ripped the NXT title off Keith Lee's carcass like flesh from bone. And then he says, when you go to war, you should expect casualties on both sides. Then he mentions about he talks about his separation shoulder. He's in a lot of pain, but he loves it. It gives him life. However, he's a realist, understands the reality of the situation, and there's no way that NXT management is going to let him defend the NXT in this condition. So he says, on the path there are obstacles, and for him, the obstacles are the path. Then he takes the NXT title off of Charlotte, off of Scarlett's shoulder, and then he puts it down on the canvas, and we see fog like billowing over it. Basically, we relinquish the title. So basically the same thing that happened to Finn Balor all those years ago when he became the first ever Universal champion, but he suffered a separated shoulder and had to relinquish the title, and then they had that tournament for the title, and then good old Kevin Owens won that one, and we're back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, uh, I'm going to sum up this before the mic cut off. I'm going to sum up what happened. If I can get my notes back, but now my computer's acting up. It was going so good for so good, and then everything just fucked up. And now I can't get my results. I can't get my notes. We try to get my notes back, but we'll see what happens with that. If anything, I'll just go to my you know what, I'll do it from my phone. All right, in 1 second. And it's just my let me just get eyeballs. 1 second. Okay, so back to what I want. All right, so the mic cut off, so I apologize for that. And we'll see what happens to that. Our first match, the NXT Tag Team title. So Breezango is the new NXT Tag Team. They get the belts finally. Took them a long time to get them, but finally they got them. They pulled the trigger, and hopefully they have a nice long title reign. But this is WWE we're talking about. Not going to be a long title reign, most likely, but we'll see what happens and who's next for Breezango. Might be Imperium in a rematch, but we'll see over the next coming weeks. And that's pretty much all that I got to say about that. All right, after that, we had Mackenzie Mitchell talking with Damian Priest. Basically, he doesn't want to answer questions. He wants to have an after party with the ladies because he's such a pimp, like this guy is. Basically, I think Damian Priest has been reading he's been following the XWF. He knows a thing or two about the Hollywood bad boy Peter Gilmore. He knows. I think he's secretly reading my role plays. But I digress. But that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's that. Then Timothy Thatcher comes in and says Damian's not a good wrestler and he should be first in line. Damian's like, who the hell are you? But he assures Timothy that he is well equipped. I don't want to know. So that was that. So I gave the tag team titles match 2.25 out of 5 stars. I gave this segment 2.25 out of 5 stars as well. And that's that. Then we see General Manager William Regal, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Matt Bloom, otherwise known as Albert, talking in a conference room talking about the NXT title, which Killer Kross relinquished early in the night. So we'll see what happens with that. And then we get to match number 2, Tommaso Ciampa squashing Jake Atlas, beating him with the Widow's Bell in like 2-3 minutes. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. That was it for that. And then afterwards, Ciampa just basically beats the living shit out of Jake Atlas. And he was going to catapult him from under the ring into the metal grating, and into the metal on the ring, the metal part of the ring. But he thought otherwise, and then we see EMTs come out. They put but he's like, I'm not gonna do the catapult, but he did it anyway. And then EMTs come out to look over. Jake Atlas looks like he was dead. They put him on a stretcher. Ciampa comes back, and then he hits the Widow's Bell again, and then he just looks at Jake Atlas with a blank expression, with a blank stare, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So Daddy's back, and the Psycho Killer is back. I love it. I love Ciampa back. Now it looks like Ciampa's back to a full-fledged heel right now. Because he sucked as a face. But that's like a excuse me. That's all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. And we move on. All right, then we get a video of Candice LeRae talking about her friendship with Tegan Knox. But she mentions Tegan wasn't there when she needed her. And if Tegan doesn't want to do things the Gargano way, then c'est la vie. Then it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with those two ladies coming up. Maybe a match coming up, feud coming up. We'll see what happens. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we go to break. We come back. We have Mackenzie Mitchell talking to Bronson Reed about Timothy Thatcher's ambition. Bronson says he respects Timothy's ambition, but he's actually beaten Damian Priest. And then Austin Theory, who we haven't seen in a long time, ever since being kicked out of Los Ingobernables de Orlando, Selena Vega's group of Andrade and Angel Garza. They kicked him out. So basically, and then he really wasn't going anywhere. And then so he comes back to NXT. Says he went right to WrestleMania because he's so good. Not really, but it is what it is. Former Evolve champion, by the way. He says if Bronson keeps reaching for the stars, he can be a champion by 55. So that pisses off Bronson. He slaps Austin in the face, and then he leaves. And then Austin, he smirks, and that's basically all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. And that's it. All right, then we see Mia Yim in the ring. She's about to face Mercedes Martinez of the Robert Stone brand. So we see Robert Stone come out with Aaliyah and says there's no way he allowed Mercedes to fight after what happened to her last week, after her getting beat down last week. And I think she got humiliated last week. And then all of a sudden, Robert Stone's leg gets run over by Shotzi Blackheart's tank again, like the 3rd time already. He screams like a bitch in pain. Shotzi gets in the ring and takes Mercedes Martinez's place. So then we get to our next match: Mia Yim versus Shotzi. I think this is where my mic went off. Shotzi picks up the victory with the top rope senton splash. So she picks up the victory. Match, she gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was that. So it's that, and we'll see what happens with Shotzi and her ever-growing and the feud that continues between Robert Stone and Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez. You throw Mia Yim in there now. So probably a tag team match next week. But we'll see what happens with that. And we're going to move on. All right, then we go to break. Then we see Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez backstage. They're not bothered by Rhea Ripley coming out on at TakeOver to beat her up. They're not worried about this tag match since Rhea wants what Io Shirai has, which is the NXT Women's title, which Io successfully retained on Saturday pinning Dakota, outsmarting her. So we get that. She says she deserves to be women's champion, and she's gonna prove it. And then Raquel Gonzalez says Rhea messed up getting in her face. So we'll see what happens with that in that tag match coming up a little bit later. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, I'm gonna get to get a little bit of chat, and we're gonna move on. All right, we got the spoon. Where's the fork? Where's the knife? Probably taking a hiatus. He says hi, and then he acts like a fucking twig. Why your stream look like it's from 2012 to 2014? Why do you leave a stupid grammatically incorrect comment? Should be, why does your stream look like it's from 2012 to 2014? Actually, it doesn't. It looks updated. I wish I had my videos from 2012 to 2014. Then I would say, go look at those videos and compare them to now. Dumbass. But I think on the Killer Demons channel, if you go if you click on my playlist and you start from the very first video, which was the last Raw from 2013, and then you start looking at my videos from 2014 all the way down up until now, it's changed. I'm in a different room. I have a different computer right now. Though the computer fucking sucks, but it is what it is. So your comment was irrelevant. Like you are. But that's all I gotta say about that. But I still answered your question because I'm a nice guy. Well, that's that. All right, let's go back to NXT. All right, after that, after the Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez segment, we go to the ring. We see the NXT World Title on a table and covered with with a cloth and everything. So William Regal comes out. He's in the ring with the NXT title. He says Karrion Kross had a tough match against Keith Lee and won the title after separating his shoulder halfway through the match. Now, he says the injury was too severe and Killer Kross had to relinquish the title. And as tough as that is, Killer Kross handled the situation with conviction and ferocity, and he wishes Karrion Kross best wishes on his long recovery. Now, we don't know how severe the injury is. We don't know how long Killer Kross is going to be out. It could be weeks. It could be months. So who knows what's going to happen, but he'll get that title back eventually. I think when he does come back, he will face whoever the champion is and get it back for the second time, and then start his monster run that should have been happening right now, but things happen. It is what it is. So Regal says life moves on, and we have to decide who the NXT champion will be. Then he says after conferring with the NXT advisory board, Triple H, Matt Bloom, and Shawn Michaels, he said next week on a special, wait for it, not Wednesday. Wednesday is not happening. It's preempted. We're going to get a special Tuesday edition of NXT, a Super Tuesday edition of NXT. So going to be an interesting ratings war next week. Got NXT on Tuesday and then AEW on Wednesday at its regular time. So that's going to be interesting next week before Labor Day, right before All Out. That's going to be interesting. So he said next week on Super Tuesday, 4 of the greatest superstars in NXT history, all 4 former NXT World Heavyweight Champions, will compete in a fatal 4-way to determine the new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. And he talks about these 4 competitors have a ton of accolades and can claim to be the face of the NXT. So he announces who's going to be in the match. The first one is the first ever Triple Crown winner, Johnny Gargano. Then the next competitor is Tommaso Ciampa. Then next is former Universal Champion and former NXT Champion for 289 days, Finn Balor. And the final participant, the longest reigning NXT Champion in company history at 403 days. And you know who it is, baby. It is Adam Cole, baby. And so those four will go at it, and in the main event, and that should be probably will last the entire second hour with commercials, by the way, which fucking sucks. But it is what it is. I wish they went a whole hour without commercials, but it's gonna do that. So they're gonna go at it, but it's not gonna be any ordinary match for Fatal 4-Way. It's gonna be for the first time ever for the NXT title is gonna be contested for the first time ever in a 60-minute Iron Man match. Holy shit! Next week is going to be big for NXT. I am waiting for that match. I am ready for I wish it was Tuesday night right now. I wish the match happened like tomorrow. You're so cute. I can't show what my cat looks like right now. She's like, it's like this. He's doing a Randy Orton. My cat's you're funny. Susie's funny. Was a little sick today, but looks to be better than ever right now. Better than ever. Love the cat. Love you. You're so good. You're such a good kitty. I love you. I'm gonna give you some treats in a little bit, okay? Because I love my cat. No. I love my cat more than I love my girlfriend. But shh, don't tell I said that. And my girl and Rose is not doing so good, but you know, it is. So send your thoughts and well wishes to Rose, and that's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna go into that any further because she'll probably listen. She's probably gonna watch this video and probably kick my ass. You stop talking about me. Talk about you all I want on my video. You don't like it? Too bad. Yeah, so Ciampa, Gargano, Finn Balor, and Adam Cole will go at it in a Fatal 4-Way 60-minute Iron Man match to see who becomes a two-time NXT World Heavyweight Champion. And it is going to be fucking epic. That match is going to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. I can't pick a winner. As much as I want Adam Cole to win it back, I don't know. And they may give it to Gargano. But I'm seeing things on Twitter that it's going to end in clusterfuckery, and then at War Games it's going to be like Team Ciampa versus Team Cole versus Team Balor versus Team Gargano. But I think that's not going to happen. But I mean, you have to have like 3 people on each team. Then you're going to have a 12-man War Games match. I don't think so. But you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So whoever wins is probably going to be the placeholder for Killer Kross when he comes back. And that's that. So I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. Just for the 60-minute Iron Man match stipulation. That's going to be fucking epic next week. And that's that. So look at that. And then Wade Barrett's like, oh, I gotta come back next week. I can't miss this. Obviously, you're gonna be there next week because we signed with WWE, dumbass. Unless it's something we don't know. It's just a one and done thing. But it is what it is. That's that. All right, then we get to our next match for the Cruiserweight title. We have Santos Escobar with Legado del El Fantasma taking on Isaiah Swerve Scott, the #1 contender. Match was alright, wasn't great. Before the match, Santos Escobar tells Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, just, I got this. Get out of here. Sends them to the back. So the match happens, and like I said, it was pretty damn good. Starts off with them locking up. Scott quickly wrenches the arm before going to the ropes. I'm reading this on my phone, by the way, because my computer's fucked up. And I lost my notes, so I have to get it from my, off of, I'm reading off a website. So yeah, I'm cheating. So it is what it is. So he wrenches the arm before going to the ropes. Escobar knocks him down to the apron, but Isaiah quickly boots him in the face. It grabs the arm, hits a springboard arm drag that sends Escobar out of the ring. Goes for a dive, but Escobar backs up out of the line of fire. He's like, "Whoa, I'm getting out of here!" And leaves. And gets a little rest period as we go to break. We come back. We see Escobar with a side headlock. Isaiah tries to whip him to the ropes, but Escobar holds on to the headlock. Isaiah gets out of it with a back suplex for one count, but Escobar kicks out and keeps the side headlock applied. Scott backs Escobar into the ropes, sends him into the ropes. Escobar shoulder blocks him down, hits a snapmare, and goes to the pin, but Scott twists out and hits a head scissors takeover. Then he transitions to a nice suplex for a near fall. Then he applies the gory special before pinning Escobar for another near fall. Escobar comes back with some punches. Isaiah reverses an Irish whip into an armbar attempt, but Escobar gets out of the ring. Isaiah grabs him from the apron, but Escobar throws him off the apron into the plexiglass. Ow. Then he picks Scott up, drops him chest first on the steel steps. Ow. Then he puts him in the ring, starts going to work on him. He attacks the injured elbow caused by the plexiglass. So that's that. Puts him in the corner, hits a running double knee to chest for a near fall. He grabs both hands and backs him in the corner a couple times. Isaiah soon pulls him onto the second rope and goes for a super hurricane rana, but Santos counts into a powerbomb for a near fall. As we go to another break, we come back. Escobar hits an inverted atomic drop and then knees Scott in the face for a near fall. Escobar talks trash and starts kicking the crap out of Isaiah Scott a couple times, which pissed off Isaiah, who blocks one of the kicks and starts swinging for the fences away at him in the corner. Isaiah throws him down, hits a diving elbow to the back. Escobar gets out of the ring to recover. But Isaiah kicks him down from the apron. Then he takes him out with a Fosbury flop. Puts him back in the ring. Hits the 611 for a near fall. Not the 619, the 611 for a near fall. And then Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza come down because they see their buddy in peril. Joaquin Wilde distracts the referee while Raul Mendoza distracts Isaiah Scott by grabbing a foot. Escobar kicks Scott really hard in the head, but goes for the pin. Isaiah kicks out, and then please Sango come out. They pull Wilde and Mendoza down, and they have a big humongous brawl to the back. So I guess that we fight now. We know who the first opponents for Breezango are going to be. It's going to be Legado del Fantasma, and they might win the belts, but we'll see what happens. Not right away, but I think eventually. But we'll see what happens with that. So they brawl to the back, and while this is happening, Escobar runs at Scott, but Scott hits a high knee to the head for a near fall. Takes him down and hits a German suplex for another near fall. Then he hits the house call. Goes for the cover. Escobar just barely kicks out at 2.999999. Then he sends Scott to the corner. Scott goes for a back body drop to the apron, but counts into a JML driver instead of that. He goes for the cover, but Escobar grabbed the bottom rope to break the count. He rolls out of the ring, puts his mask on. I thought he wasn't going to use the mask anymore. Okay. Anyway, then he headbutts Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Isaiah crumbles to the floor, looking like he's unconscious. Then Escobar takes the mask off and just goes over and pins Isaiah Swerve Scott, who is unconscious. 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar picks up the win and retains the Cruiserweight title. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, not a bad match. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. So, we'll see where Santos Escobar goes from here. And I think the feud may continue on, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, then we hear from all 4 competitors in the Super Tuesday Fatal 4-Way 60-minute Iron Man match. Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Bebe, and Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano says he knows life can change in a moment. He says last Wednesday he almost broke his neck and ended his career, left him thinking what would he have left behind. It left him, he says, an unfinished legacy. He said he would fix NXT and rule it like a king, but fate stepped in. He talks about Killer Kross's injury, which gave him a golden opportunity. And he says in a 4-man, 60-minute Iron Man match, he'll show everyone who the hell he is. He's been the Iron Man of NXT, and he's going to prove it this Tuesday night. So we'll see what happens with that. To see if Gargano can do on his promise, or will blow up in his face. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on from that. Then we find out that Kyle O'Reilly will have his first match in God knows how long, since he left due to COVID and he finally came back. So he's going to take on Drake Maverick. But before we go to break, we come back with Finn Balor. And like a cinematic little promo. He says all the pieces have fallen into place. And this Tuesday, he'll prove he's not just the cornerstone of NXT. He's the centerpiece. And everyone from the TV crew, the marketing, to the trolls online will know it's true. I don't know about that, but I'm not a troll. So I like you, Finn, but, back then when you were part of this, but now you're just a shell of the man that you used to be. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. And we move on. All right. Then we go to our next match. Kyle O'Reilly with the Undisputed Era minus Adam Cole, baby. We got Bobby Fish and Roddy. They come out with him. He takes on Drake Maverick. Match was all right. Nothing to write home about. Starts over with Drake kicking away at Kyle at the sound of the bell. He starts punching him, but Kyle fights back. Yeah, he runs at him, but Drake drops down to send him out of the ring. Goes to the top rope, hits Bobby Fish and Roddy with a somersault senton plancha, laying them out. Then he gets to the ring, but Kyle takes him down, starts punching away at him, and kicks him in the neck. Ow. Then he takes him down, and Drake gets up pissed and hits a snapmare followed by a kick. Then he hits a running form in the corner followed by a bulldog, and he's all fired up. Follows with a senton splash. Kyle gets up in the corner, and he runs out to turn Maverick inside out with a clothesline. And Drake tries to fight back, but Kyle kicks and punches away at him. He grabs the leg, but Drake hits an enziguri. Goes for a slice spread number 2 to finish off Kyle, but Kyle gets out of it. And then he applies a really bad-looking heel hook for the tap-out submission. So Kyle O'Reilly gets his first win in many months. So that was that. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Bobby Fish and Roddy come in and double-team Drake. And Fish gets a chair in the ring, but Killian Dane comes out, helps Drake clear the ring of the Undisputed Era. And then he starts looking at Drake really, menacing, like, I hope you. And then Drake approaches him, but Dane clotheslines him down. He's like, I don't need your help, puny human. So that was that. So I give the Aftermath 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it for that. And we're going to move on from there. All right, then we get photos shown of the stare down between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez at NXT TakeOver 30 this past Saturday. That may lead to a match. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. All right, then we go to the back with Mackenzie Mitchell talking to Rhea Ripley backstage. She asks Rhea why she's teaming up with her arch nemesis Io Shirai. Rhea says she wants to have what Io has, meaning the NXT Women's title, but that's not going to stop her from teaming up with her. She didn't go out there to save Io. She just wanted Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to know that Io is hers, and if Raquel Gonzalez wants her out of her face, she can make her. So we'll see what happens with that. So Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez, staring each other down. So we'll see what happens with that. And coming up in the tag match coming up, and we get that. All right, and that's that. So we're gonna break. We come back with Adam Cole, baby, cutting a promo talking about next Tuesday. Well, this coming Tuesday. He says he takes on the NXT Mount Rushmore of Gargano, Ciampa, and Balor, and with Adam Cole there as well. He says now that he's moved on from Pat McAfee, he can concentrate on getting back on top, getting the NXT World title back in his possession, and that is undisputed. I can't do what they do. I can't do the pose. I don't have my fingers don't work for it. So we'll see what happens with Adam, and if he can get the belt back for the second time, I think he has a good chance. But he has to get through Gargano, Ciampa, and Finn Balor to do it. And like I said, I think he has a pretty good chance. But all of them have a pretty good chance. They have a 25% chance of winning. But we'll see what happens with that, and we'll move on from there. So they hype up the match for this coming Tuesday on Super Tuesday, and we'll see what happens with that match. Like I said, it's going to be fucking epic. It's going to take up the entire second hour of NXT. So that's that. All right, then we go to the main event. NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai, my third wife, and Rhea Ripley, her partner, taking on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Not a bad match. It was all right. It's also with Rhea and Dakota Kai. Rhea throws her down, sends her to the corner. Dakota goes for a roll-up, but Rhea doesn't go down. Rhea throws her into the corner, tells Raquel Gonzalez to come in. She's like, get in, you bitch. But Raquel's like, oh, you want me? You want me? You want me? You want me to come in there? I'm going to come in there and kick your ass. So she tags in. They lock up. Then they break. They try again, and then they break again. They get into a big stare down. Then Raquel hits her with a headbutt. So Rhea headbutts her. So they go back and forth with the headbutts. And then Io's like, I've had enough of this. Let's go. I'm gonna get in the ring to show my sexy self to Peter. But it is what it is. So she comes in, attacks Raquel Gonzalez. She has a flying hurricane on her, sending her out of the ring. Dakota gets in Io's way before she can hit a dive. And then Io kicks her off the apron. Dakota falls into the arms of Raquel Gonzalez. So she caught her before hitting the ground. As we go to break, we come back. We see Io double stomp Dakota Kai. She tags in Rhea Ripley, who hits Raquel Gonzalez before hitting Dakota Kai with a drop kick. She puts Dakota on the apron, but Raquel Gonzalez attacks her. And then they both pull Rhea over the top rope. Then Raquel Gonzalez tags in, bounces Ripley off the apron, gets in the ring and covers her for a near fall. She sends Ripley hard into the corner, but Rhea fights back. But Raquel stops that momentum by punching her down. Tags in Dakota Kai, rolls Rhea Ripley up for a near fall. She applies an armbar, Rhea fights out of it, but Dakota stomps her and tags Raquel Gonzalez back in. And she kicks Rhea in the titties, the chest, and whips her into the corner. She runs, and Rhea tries to get her foot up, but Raquel blocked it. But Rhea still knocked her back a little bit. Then she stuns Gonzalez with a kick. Tags in Io Shirai, the hot tag to Io Shirai. Dakota Kai comes in. Io hits a pair of shoulder blocks and a flapjack. She attacks Raquel Gonzalez, who came in, and then sends Dakota's boot right into her. Io puts Dakota on the ropes, hits Raquel Gonzalez with the double knees, hits Dakota with a tiger kick, and then she hits a springboard dropkick for a near fall. Dakota hits the scorpion kick to buy a little bit of time. She goes to hit her finish. Goes to hit a move, but Io counted into a really sick looking knee to the face. Then she hits a German suplex, but goes to the cover. But Raquel Gonzalez broke out the pin. Rhea comes in, blocks a kick from Raquel, but Dakota Kai sends Rhea out of the ring. Then Io's taken down. Raquel tags in. She holds Io up for Dakota Kai to kick her. Then she follows up with a power slam for a near fall. Grabs the foot, but Io kicks her back. Tags in Rhea Ripley, but the referee didn't see it. And Raquel continues to stomp away at Io. And then all of a sudden, Mercedes Martinez comes out, pulls Rhea off the apron into the steel steps. Ow! While in the ring, Raquel Gonzalez slams Io down and covers her for a near fall. And Dakota Kai goes with a big boot in the corner, but Rhea Ripley somehow gets on the apron, pushes Io away. She gets the tag, as does Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel big boots Rhea and hits a one-arm slam for the win. So Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez pick up the win over Rhea Ripley and Io. Io still looks strong, still has the belt. But match itself was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that ends NXT for tonight. So that's it for my video. Thank you all for watching. NXT was decent, wasn't that bad. So I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a video reply or a comment down below. If you have any questions for a future Q&A, put it down below in the comment section of this video. Or when I'll think about doing a future Q&A by myself. And you can come in the chat, ask me anything you want about the world of professional wrestling. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So any wrestling questions you might have, start thinking about them. And maybe by the end of next month, end of September, I'll probably do a quick Q&A. But we'll see what happens with that and how it goes. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Jair for coming in the chat, and for anybody else who watched. Hope you smash that like button to death. Let the thumbs up, and if not, well, fuck you. And that's all I gotta say about that, because you're all jealous of me, the universal champion of YouTube. And that's that. I would say thank you to the Spoon, but he left a really stupid comment. But fuck him. And that's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below, your questions down below as well about NXT tonight. And like I said, it was a good show. 6.5 out of 10 stars for the show. And now we're gearing up for Super Tuesday. This Tuesday night on the program, where we will have a Fatal 4-Way 60-minute Iron Man match between Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, and Adam Cole, baby, to crown the new NXT champion, the next two-time champion. And we'll see who comes out of that and who wins the world title. And that's that. So hopefully, maybe we'll get a update on Killer Kross this week. How what the severity of his injury is, how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully, not too long. But when he comes back, he will win back the NXT World Title for the second time and have a nice reign with it. that he was supposed to get before he separated his shoulder. But things happen, you know. Just a shame that it happened, and he had to relinquish the belt a la Finn Balor when he won the Universal title from Seth Rollins, and then they had a tournament, and then Kevin Owens won it, and then Brock Lesnar won it, and then Seth Rollins won the title after that, and the rest is history. So that's it. So Super Tuesday is going to be fucking epic, but we'll see what happens with that, and we will move on from there. So that is it for my video. Thank you all for watching. Go to sleep if you're in the Northeast. It's already 3 a.m. I'm going to go to sleep in a little bit because I really nothing to do tomorrow. I actually got to meet the missus tomorrow. Hope maybe I may or may not meet her. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Got to meet her in the city. Finally going to the city. First time in a long time I'm going to the city. I think the last time I went to the city was Final Battle. That's the last time I went to the city, I think. Did I go on? Wait. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the last time I went to the city was Final Battle. That was it. I haven't been to the city in 8 months. 8 fucking months. I haven't been into New York City. But might be going tomorrow to meet up with the missus and enjoy the day, and see what happens with that. And then gonna enjoy my Friday. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Friday, and then I got a big weekend ahead of me. Got a busy day Saturday, and even busier Sunday. Long ass day on Sunday. I'm gonna be fucking tired, so I'm gonna miss most of Payback. So the review won't be coming on Sunday. It'll be coming on Monday afternoon after I get home from my doctor appointment. So probably around 2 o'clock, I'll do the the Payback review, and then I gotta go to work that night, and then I'm gonna try my best to get the Raw review up late Monday night. If not, it's gonna be definitely on Tuesday, along with my Super Tuesday NXT review. So you got 2 videos for the price of 1 on Tuesday, next Tuesday coming up, and then after that, we got AEW. I got AEW review next Wednesday, and then next Thursday, September the 3rd, I will be doing episode 177 of the Gilmore Chronicles, my All Out predictions, and then you got SmackDown next Friday, and then All Out next Saturday. I'll actually be watching most of it next Saturday, so I will be seeing All Out because we have the TV in the break room at my job. So in between, the TV will be on, and because my boss my old boss used to let us watch the pay-per-views, when it happened, on our free time. But I sneak in here and there, but it is what it is. So, but a new manager, I don't know if he'll let he's not off that day. So I think my supervisor will let me on my break. I'll watch a little bit of a Payback, but I'll watch the rest of it when I get home really late Sunday night. And like I said, we'll talk about All Out, I should say, on next Saturday. So next Saturday I'll try to do an All Out review, and if not, if I'm off on next Sunday before Labor Day weekend, if I'm off next Sunday, I will do the review for that, and that's that. And then you got Labor Day edition of Monday Night Raw after that, and then we'll get back to a normal side schedule. We'll get to that. But like I said, lots of videos coming your way. You have to hit that bell on this channel and all my other channels, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot of content, and you're going to miss out on a lot. And you're going to be wondering where the fucking videos are, and you haven't hit the bell. And if they don't get in you don't get the notifications, then you're going to have to just look my channel up. That's all I got to say about that. But we'll see what happens with that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Go to bed, everybody. If you're in the West Coast, start thinking about going to bed. Sucks to be you guys in Louisiana. I know the storms probably already made landfall, causing chaos and destruction. I just hope you guys can you make it out okay. No fatalities and any of that shit. And after the storm passes, you can begin to the recovery and rebuilding. Most likely will be a lot of rebuilding over the next couple months and the rest of this year. And hopefully there won't be another hurricane like that for the rest of the hurricane season. But still got September to go through, and most of October and a little bit of November. So who knows if there's going to be another storm like Laura, but we'll see what happens with that. But I think we're going to get remnants of it on the weekend here in the Northeast, but we'll see what happens with that. It's not going to be nothing. It's not going to be anything. Probably going to be like rain, maybe. I don't think any wind. And if it is, probably really not that much wind, but there's going to be nothing by the time it comes up here. So just be rain. Kind of ruin the weekend, but it is what it is. And that's all I can say about that. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. 6.5 out of 10 stars for NXT this week. And that's pretty much all I can say about it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW review. Should be a good show. We'll see what happens with Brody Lee and the new TNT champion. See what happens with that. We got that gauntlet match with the Bucks. FTR. Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. I don't know why they're in the gauntlet match. And I think there's another team. I think it's Best Friends or Private. I forget who it is. The winner takes on FTR, and the winner of that match will go to All Out to face Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega for the AEW Tag Team titles. And looks like it might be FTR, and then FTR will beat Adam Page and Kenny to become the new champions. It looks like Kenny is going to be turning full-fledged heel, turning on Adam Page, but and then leaving the Elite, going by himself, and we'll see what happens with that. So lots of stuff on AEW tomorrow. We'll get the ratings for NXT, and that's that. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow on this channel. So same bat time, same back channel, and all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Be safe, everybody. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace, bitches.